Hey everybody, F Baby here. Just wanted to show you one of my favorite ore farming routes. This is a good way to make a lot of money. This route takes place on Strassum Kai at the Port Hunding Way Shrine. I know that it's kind of a no-brainer to talk about how easy the starting islands are for farming, or how good they are for farming, because everybody knows that. But sometimes it's about the efficiency in your routes. It's very easy on the starter islands to get lost and just kind of run from node to node. That's perfectly fine, but this way will guarantee that you make a lot more ore than any other thing. Ore is the most valuable. We start by running across the bridge. You can see I'm doing that. But ore is a lot more valuable than any of the other resources. So we're going to start right here real quick, show you that I have farming party zeroed out and that I am running Undead's Harvest Summary. I have my everything zeroed out. I haven't farmed anything today. You can see the time in the top right. And we're going to get started. We're going to grab these two nodes. But like I was saying, the efficiency factor is important. If you're trying to farm and you're trying to just grab every node you see, that can work, but you're going to find yourself not getting the big numbers that people say you can get. I'm not a big fan of advertising like 1,000,000 gold an hour or anything like that, but it is doable from farming. You don't have to do this part here with the goblin ledges. These two nodes are not super important. You can skip that and run just a little bit farther or just wait. So if you've ever done it, you can wait and watch nodes actually respawn. It's not the most scintillating thing, and I'll be the first to say that this route is boring. There's nothing terribly exciting about farming ever, and this is one of the more monotonous routes. You'll notice in other videos that I like to go in circles when I can. This route is a perfect circle route for me because you can go right back to where you started and do the whole thing over, etc., etc. Normally there's an ore node there. It wasn't spawned, so I didn't grab it. The other thing you'll probably notice is I don't do any combat. There's two reasons for that. One, I am absolute trash at this game, so when you do see me fighting stuff, you can just pause and laugh at how bad I am at fighting anything. But two is that I find that combat really slows the rate of farming down, and there have definitely been times, not always, but in some zones, I've gotten stuck in combat with things forever, and it makes it hard to farm things. We've all experienced that bug with Wera sewers, where you're trying to actually go through a door and you can't. So for that reason, I try to avoid combat. Also, it can mean that you can grab some resources in areas where other people would take more time. I've definitely snaked a few resources from behind somebody who's fighting something. So if I've ever done that to you, my bad. You don't have to run all the way out to this node right here, but I do just for timing's sake, and it's a nice like endpoint. Like once you've hit there, you turn around. But yeah, you follow this mountain wall all the way back out. I will say that if you get a chance to grab any wood or runestones along the way, you've seen me grab a couple of those, do it. As I'm recording this, Necrom hasn't quite come out, but the prices are going to be sky high, and those are furnishing materials that almost never experience a decrease in price. Even during the Jubilee event, you don't see their prices drop too much. But yeah, we're almost back to the start here. We are going to collect our last couple nodes. I like this route because I don't even have to spam stealth. I can just run and, for the most part, avoid everything. But yeah, we hit this node, and then we're going to grab the one behind the tent, and then we're back to the beginning. You can see on the left there, I've already collected a good amount of ore, and you can see on the right, it took me, we'll say generously 3 minutes. 2 minutes is probably accurate. Sped it up to 5x here because it's not particularly exciting to watch somebody just, or here I am stealthing forever to get this guy to drop combat, exactly what I was talking about. But yeah, you can see that everything is respawned. Obviously, ore respawns faster than everything else. I don't really know why, but you won't have quite the same luck trying to do this with uh, Ancestor Silk or Runestones, etc. But yeah, enjoy the show, and we'll talk a little bit about our results here at the end. I'm going to go until we get to 200 platinum dust. That's a nice stack. So we've got our 200 platinum. It took us about 15 minutes to do it. This is a pretty good route. This is a relatively consistent time frame. I don't think it's ever taken me more than 20 minutes to grab 200 platinum dust. So you can average that out and say something like 600 an hour. This was a relatively lucky run. You can see I didn't get nearly as much rubidite ore, but usually it's closer to like 450 before you get 200. I would say that this is still pretty consistent. You could come here pretty much anytime it's off hours during the busier days, busier times. It is a pretty popular spot, and you might not get the route to yourself, or you might have to fight other people for nodes. If you're not ready to do that, don't. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. More YouTube videos coming soon.